Hey guys, welcome to my channel. If you are new here, welcome. If you're not new here, welcome back, y'all. My name is Danielle, and this is my spiritual journey. Okay, so I mentioned in Monday's video um, a couple of witches. Today, I am going to mention some of those same witches, but I'm going to introduce others. So let's just talk about witches and more witches, the types of witches, okay? But listen in and see, let me know if you relate to any of the witches that I'm going to bring up. If you feel like, okay, I could get with that. I can see how somebody can call me a witch based on this right here and what they do. Okay, so remember in Monday's video, I was talking about the green witch and the kitchen witch. So the green witch, think of all things green, right? It's going to be nature, it's going to be plants, it's going to be herbs. And with those things, you can do your different spells, your rituals, or even like with me, when you listen to me, sometimes I'll tell you that I'm charging things. So those are going to be um, typically associated with a green witch, right? A green witch, right? Okay, so and again, spells, spells and rituals. I think those are the things that kind of throw people off because when you hear of like a spell or a ritual, you may have in your head that it's some big should do. It's not. Think of when you um, an intention. Like just when you just have an intention, you can literally have an intention that um, I'm going to carry this with me, and because I carry this with me, it's going to give me good luck. I'm going to do good on my interview, like all the different things. You can do that, right? And so let's say that if you're using it in the context of a green witch, maybe you have a certain herb. And this herb makes you feel really good. If you pay attention to anything that I do, I have where I use different sprays, and my sprays have the different essential oils in them. The different essential oils do different things to me. And so I can get into the zone for whatever reason. Like if I'm over here and I'm not really grounded, normal, and I'm not grounded, then I can spray the spray and immediately ground or get in the headspace that it's needed for me to do whatever it is that I'm about to do. Okay. So that's that with the Green Witch. And again, teas, green stuff, herbs, plants. If you really are into your plants, here is something. This is a fun one. Um, let's say that you're really into plants and you decide that you want to plant a seed. And this is something for, oh, we're coming up on Valentine's Day. So let's say that you decide that you want to plant this plant. And this plant is going to symbolize your relationship, right? It can be a relationship that you actively have, or it can be a relationship that you um, are nurturing spiritually, right? I hope that makes sense. And so you can have this plant and you can speak to this plant, you can love on this plant, all the things as though this is the person that you're calling in, or maybe you already have that person. This is just something that symbolizes how strong and how attentive you are to your person, right? There's so many different things, so many different variations of what you can do. But again, I wanted to, include some examples without using so much the words spells and rituals because I think that throws people off as well. And they're just like, I'm not a witch because I don't do spells and rituals. But y'all, you have a ritual. Most people have a ritual like when you get out of the bed, like how many of y'all get out of bed and go pee, or you brush your teeth at a certain time. Like you have this ritual, whether it's a morning ritual, a bedtime ritual, whatever the case is. Like most of you have a ritual of some sort. So don't think that when you hear the word ritual or spell that it's just like, oh, you're going to hell. Like that's not the case. Okay, kitchen witch. We spoke about kitchen witch already. This is going to be somebody who is all about the cooking and the making of drinks and everything. And, your meals can be infused with just your intention and your energy. And again, I was telling you in Monday's video that I am someone who does low and slow. And I'm able to put my love and attention into that, right? And then I consume that. And so it just feeds into my natural energy, right? And so Other people can do the same thing. You may see that there are people who love cooking for the sake of loving cooking, right? That's their space. That's their zone. That's when they calm down. They may actually have a ritual that when they are stressed, they cook. Or they just take the time to fix a drink, not a simple, dimple, two-ingredient drink, but they may just take the time to fix a drink. And so, you can, even when you're preparing your food and your drinks, like I said in Monday's video, you are putting love into that. If you are someone or you're going around someone and that person is angry and they're fixing your food, preparing your food, they're putting that in energy into your food, right? And also, even if they're not fixing your food, but they may be fixing a plate or getting a drink for you. The drink and food is already prepared, but they're getting your drink or they're getting your plate for you. If they angry, yeah, get your butt up and go get your own plate. So yeah. Um, and I already told you about the clockwise, counterclockwise. We went over that on Monday as well. The next one that I want to mention is going to be a hedge witch. So this one, think of a hedge, and it's going to be between like a spiritual and the physical realm, right? And so these people, y'all, can be people that are just like, maybe they're always like, I'm saying it in a way, but y'all know it's me. You know how I will tell you that I go to altered states of consciousness and things like that. That's me. And, you can just I go to the spirit world a lot, if you want to call it the spirit world. I go to the spirit world a lot. I talk to my ancestors. I talk to you, if you want to call them guides, um, all the things. In addition to that, it's also someone who, in addition to talking to spirit world like that, it's including divination, right? So when I pull out my tarot cards, y'all, I'm still tapping into the spirit world, all those things. And so if you use a pendulum to get answers, even if you practice around with the pendulum, like all those things would be under the realm of like a hedge witch because they're going between the different realms of the physical world and the spiritual world. Hope that makes sense. Okay, so this the next one is kind of similar, but it's not. So this is going to be like a cosmic witch. A cosmic witch is going to be, like if you are all into astrology, right? And not just astrology, but like you can be astrology, you can do the moon phases, like the things in the sky, right? So think of it like that. And so like if you have practices where it's just like, how sometimes you may have a garden. I'm just going to use a garden. You may have a garden, and for the new moon, you make sure that before you plant your seeds, you're looking for the new moon, and that's when you're going to plant your seeds. Or you're looking, and the new moon is going to be a time when you're planning out to see what you're going to plant in your garden. It can be, for the full moon, maybe you have a specific thing that you do every full moon. It could be celebrating yourself. It could be loving on yourself. It could be that time when it's just like, okay, this is a me day, right? And for me, I pick Fridays. Fridays is Venus, ruled by Venus. And so that's my love on myself day. My birthday's coming up. I'm gonna love myself on that day and Friday. Okay. I wish I was born on Friday. I wasn't, but it's not that I wished I was born on a Friday. I tell myself that I was born on a Friday. I don't care when I was born. I was born on a Friday, y'all. So that's the cosmic witch, y'all. Let me stay on track. Okay, and so the next one that I want to talk about is a sea witch. So a sea witch, just like it sounds like, ocean, sea, uh, but also water. And again, I am one of those people. I'm trying to do things that, y'all can see like it's normal things. So for me, I do use water's energy for a lot of different things. But specifically, I do check around sometimes and be like, hey, y'all do this? But one of the things that I do is, when I'm taking a shower, specifically for a shower, not a bath, but specifically for a shower, the water is running and it's hitting me. And it takes me to a space where if I have a question or if I need some clarification or something like that, I can get that clarity from the water taking the shower, right? And so there are people who use water whether it is the ocean, the sea, things like that, to get that energy, you know, deal with those emotions and all the things that is associated with water. The next one is going to be an eclectic witch. So an eclectic witch is, again, y'all, I am an air sign, right? And so someone who may not want to be put into a box, right? That's how I like to see it. I don't like to be put into a box. I like to take some of this, 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 some of this. Like, don't call me, don't label me this because I embrace a lot of things, right? And so I just gave y'all what was that, like 4 or 5 different witches, and I relate to every last one of them. So I'm not gonna go around calling myself a green witch, a hedge witch, or anything like that. I'm me, right? I am me. I do a lot of different things. I also include, like I said, my clairs. I include my altered states of consciousness. I include hoodoo. Like there is so much, y'all, that I do that I include, and I do my own spin on things, even for people who do sigils. Sigils, think of a sigil as a symbol that stands for something. I do my own, right? And I don't call them sigils. So those are that we'll stop with that right there. But I just want you to, just understand that, excuse me, what I said in Monday's video, that we can do some of the most basic of things. At least to me, I feel that they are some of the most basic of things. And people are just like, well, that's a witch. Okay, well, you're practicing witchcraft. I'm doing me, right? And so that's why I always say, hey, I do things. I don't give them titles. I don't give them names. I just do because that's me. And I'm not even going to say that I do all the things every day or consistently or whatever. I do them as I feel it, right? If I feel like doing X, Y, and Z, I'm gonna do it. One of the things that I'm more consistent on would be like Fridays. But again, I'm not gonna sit there and be like, oh, I'm a this witch because I do this, this, and that. I'm not, right? But again, I'm just trying to bring more enlightenment, more knowledge, more understanding to you. For if you're minding your business and somebody's like, oh my goodness, you're a witch. What kind of witch are you? You don't have to do any of those things. Others of you may want to be in a lane. And so you may want to understand. And it's just like, okay, well, I love cooking. And since I love cooking, maybe I do because I do put love into all of my dishes. I do use certain herbs for special meaning. If I have a family member that's not feeling good, maybe I do use this. I mean, it's up to you, but I'm just putting it out there. Okay, so if you have any questions, comments, concerns, anything like that, y'all, again, put it in the comment section. Let's see. I may not do any more, which is like there are a ton of witches, like different names that witches go by. But yeah, they also have where you can actually join a group, a coven of witches. I'm not, and that's bringing up that's even another one where it may be a solitary witch. But again, y'all, it's this for real. It can go so deep. It's a rabbit hole. Um, but I would definitely say to if you are someone who's just like, what is a witch? To me, a witch is anybody who wants to just live their own life on their own terms, right? You don't have these rules. You just do what you want to do. And you're using intention, you're being mindful, you're pulling in all that is. It can be, the earth, universe, whatever you want to call it, but you're just taking note of everything that's around you and you take note, you notice it, and maybe you include some of that energy. Maybe you don't know the energy of anything, but let's say that you're at the beach, right? And let's say that every time you go to the beach, you feel just so relaxed and just like calm. And so it may be where you have this ritual where every time I just want to be easy, I go to a beach, or maybe you don't have access to a beach and you just relax your mind and take yourself to a scene that is the beach. Like all the different things that you may think of that you do to mind your own business, somebody is going to try to put you into a category and be like, look, you're a witch. So again, some of the things that they do, the titles, the active actions, spells, and rituals that may be associated with each one. That's what I gave you quickly today. Again, if you have any questions, put it in the comment section. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And I do appreciate you. Until next time, y'all have a great one. And betwixt in between now and next time, it's gonna be my birthday, y'all. Okay, bye, y'all.